Oh, okay. Okay, hi. Hello, everyone. Whoop, no. Okay, just gonna keep my foot there the whole time so that we don't wobble the table.
Let's just get this freaking episode done.
We gotta get it over with. Listen, we can't wait until we have our, just a spot to do podcasts.
A studio set up and just done. We just go, it's set up, the lighting's dope. You don't have to fuck around.
Don't have to pile a bunch of boxes on top of each other, and don't have to, use this wobbly table. I want to start this episode by saying, if you need an epicure consultant, contact Terry Fair. At TERRIFAIR on Instagram. Terry Fair.
Yeah. For all your fun dipping needs.
Yeah, and just meals even. And it's all gluten-free. It's natural stuff. It's all awesome. Healthy. If you like delicious, healthy food.
Hit her up.
Hit her up. Hit her up. Hit her up.
Hit her up, hit her up, hit her up.
So what's on the agenda today? What are we gonna...
I don't know.
I mean, I have things I want to talk about, but...
I just feel like I'm all flustered from... So I came here to record this fucking podcast. I've been asking my ex for a month now to get me off his fucking phone bill. And sure shit, he calls me right when I'm about to do something. And now I'm just... come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
And, the other thing that I just want to talk about while we're talking about exes...
let's just talk about exes. We don't have a fucking topic for today.
No, you said you had things to talk about.
No.
But I just wanted to say something that happened today. So, I've been back on my workout bullshit. Well, I've been working out again regularly for a little while now, but I'm back on my early grind bullshit.
Ooh.
So, my morning workouts. And, someone replied to my story and was like, oh, you don't go to the gym anymore? And I said, no, not really. I've just been working out at home. And he's like, oh, I'm surprised your hubby doesn't make you go to the gym. And I was like, no hubby. And so then he replies, oh, well, it won't take you very long to find a good guy. Bitch, who the fuck said I was fucking looking? Why do people always, assume that, no, I am single, not looking to mingle, I am looking for personal growth, and quite frankly, doesn't seem like anybody's really that committed to personal growth these days, so until you can prove that you're actually committed to personal growth, fuck off.
Yeah.
And don't be like, oh, I'm gonna go when it's convenient or when you tell me and have you babysit it for me. Nah. I'm on my own journey. Level up or get the fuck out.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
And another thing, too, is, healing is not for everyone. Personal growth is not for everyone. It's, a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of admitting your mistakes. And some people just will forever be pieces of shits and not grow. So, that's the world.
Some people, I believe, and use their victimhood to live their life.
Well, it's easier to stay in that emotional state and push off everything because, oh, well, this happened to me. So it's easier to say I'm a victim than say, because as far as I'm concerned, there's some victims, victims. I don't even like using that word victim because it's a fucking crutch in my opinion. The more I heal and the more I realize what other people are doing with their lives. Yeah. There's certain situations where, that was just very unfortunate and it happened to somebody very innocent or whatever, and that's just evil. That's just the evil that's in the world. But a lot of, the victim situations that you hear about is, you really have to take a step back and look at it and say, how am I contributing to the situation?
Exactly.
Because most people are contributing to it. Or they're enabling it. They're allowing it. They play a part in it. And we don't realize the power that we have in ourselves of just saying fucking no. And or just the power of our decisions. Literally, the more I heal, the more I learn, the more we are a product of our own environment.
Yeah.
So do good, be good. Good will come to you. Be a piece of shit and shitty things will happen to you and come to you. But that's, it's there's like a fine line too, because, you know, you could say, well, Megan, you preach about good and evil too. Well, yeah, like I don't think all the shitty things that have been happening to me are bad karma by any sense. Like, shitty things have been happening in my life lately, but I don't think it's bad karma. Like, I think I'm really pushing towards doing good in the world, and that's my plan. Like, I'm enrolling in school. Like, I want to do all these great, wonderful things, and so that's evil being like, oh, let's a little bit of the evil and a little bit of universe too. So evil trying to deter me from the path that I'm on, and the universe also saying, hey bitch, we've been giving you signs, wake the fuck up and start listening to us, or me, or like God, or whatever. Like, honestly, like I've been sat in my feelings for a long time now. I've been going through the emotions, and yeah, like a lot of the things that have happened, or, you know, that I've had bad feelings about, or had like a gut feeling, intuition, or whatever, and just ignored it, have came back with like a glaringly big, like, hey, you need to start following your intuition, and you need to start leaning into it more. Otherwise, we're just going to be giving you really big shitty signs.
Yeah, no
like,
doubt.
Go this way. Okay, cool. Noted.
Well, that's good. See, again, like making lemonade out of the lemons that life gives you.
Yeah.
But it's people who like to hold on to the lemons and squeeze the lemons into their own fucking eyes that I don't have time for. Like, there are so many people in the world who, like, for example, one person grows up in a drug dealing situation and their fucking parents are always in jail or some bullshit like that. And that person can come back in life and be amazing. And two people from that same kind of upbringing, one can be a total piece of shit who constantly complains about how they weren't given a fair chance in life. And then one person can say, you know what? All of that shit happened, and I was brought up that way to learn from it, and I'm going to better my life from the shitty things that I've had to deal with, because, you know, I believe that God doesn't throw anything at you that isn't meant for you or that you can't handle. And so I believe that every bad thing that has happened to me was so that I could show someone how to not do that. Like, every shitty decision I've made, every, you know, I don't want to say brainwash, but like every like thing I was manipulated into doing, you know, I believe that was supposed to happen to me, and
it's one of those things, like, if you have time to sit there and play the why me card and focus on all your woes and you know, I was dealt a shitty hand, blah blah blah, it's not my fault, you got time to fix it. You just have to change your mindset on it. And like, I'm sorry, but just because you had a shitty childhood doesn't mean your parents aren't there forcing you to make shitty decisions as an adult.
Exactly. And so, yeah, so like when somebody's, you know, 50 years old and saying like, and still blaming their parents for the way their life fucking turned out, it's like, bro, you've had 30 adult years to figure your shit out, to heal, to learn the fucking lessons you need to learn. But where I was really going with that is, so one person can like have this horrible upbringing and have an amazing life from it. And then you have this other person who, you know, one time they were pushed down the stairs somewhere, somehow, and now they go on with, they walk through life remembering that one thing all the time and bringing it up in every conversation and using it, you know, virtue signaling with it. Being like, look at me, this is what I've had to deal with. And it's like, everybody's dealt with shit, you know. I have no sympathy for people who are 30 plus still whining about shit that happened to them when they were kids, because that was fucking me a couple years ago, you know. But, you know, things happen to you so that you can go on with your life and learn from it and be able to, like, recognize those things. And
I seen, like, this I don't know what it was on Instagram or whatever, and I think I shared it, and it said, okay, yeah, we understand that hurt people, but healed people heal people too.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the thing, like, and I guess my takeaway from that is, like, yeah, shitty things happen to everyone, and it's how you overcome it, it's what you learn from the situation, and how you switch your mindset, and how you move on from it, that really depicts who you are as a person. Because, yeah, you can wallow in it, and, like, that's what I mean, too, like, you know, things happen, and that's not always karma, like, shitty things happen to shitty people, but it's not always necessary like a karma thing either, but it's you know, and learn from it and teach others from it, and show them that, you know, because sitting down here doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help the people around you, it doesn't help yourself, it doesn't help your career, it helps literally no one except for feeding your self-pity and your emotion.
And it hurts you in life to just sit there and fucking wallow all the time. So yeah. And we're gonna, yeah,
what did you want to?
No, nothing. I just have so every time I see something on the internet that I'm like, this is so interesting, I write it all down and I put it in my topics. I have an entire, so that if we ever run into, like, what do we talk about ever again, I've got a whole whack of shit. But we're doing pretty good so far. Do you want the one that's off the top of my head that I'm thinking of?
Oh, my neck.
Is actually, so Newfoundland implemented a sugar tax. Did you know that?
Good.
Yesterday? Well, they haven't implemented it yet. I know. A lot of people are really mad about it, and they're like I read both sides, and, so basically over half of Newfoundlanders over 12 have at least one chronic disease. And so, because of that, they're going to tax you 20 cents per liter on top of PST on anything that is ready to drink, concentrated drink mixtures, dispensed beverages. And the goal is to make Newfoundland the healthiest province by 2031, which I think is fucking awesome.
Yeah, like, why aren't, like, that should be implemented everywhere.
Yeah. And so, but and so they're not going to tax chocolate milk, infant formula, yogurt drinks, and diet drinks, which to me, I feel diet drinks with aspartame are, like, just as bad for you.
Yeah, it's not, but anyways.
So that part doesn't make sense. No. But the interesting thing is people were arguing about the fact that they did this in the UK, but they didn't tax the consumer, they taxed the manufacturer. And so then the manufacturer was forced to
increase their pricing.
Well, I don't know, but they lowered they lowered their sugar in their drinks. And so I was witnessing an argument of people saying, like, it should be up to the consumer, because then if people don't buy it, then the manufacturer won't make as much. And then people saying, no, you should hold it to the manufacturer. People shouldn't even be producing those
Maybe
sugar
they
drinks.
should both be taxed.
You know what? Maybe. And
you know,
so,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think, like, that's our biggest, like, I don't know. That's, like, the biggest pandemic that we have going on right now. Is, you know, like, sugar is such a huge killer. It's addicting. It's
bad for you.
It's bad for you. Like, it's bad for your health. It's bad for your teeth. It's just a terrible, like... And it's bad for your mental health as well. Like,
and I read something that was really interesting. I'd never heard this before. But it was explaining that when you have cravings, like lots and lots of cravings for really, really sweet things all the time, it's because you're emotionally holding on to a lot of anger. I don't know how true that is. There's a whole article about it, and it kind of made sense. And then literally a day after I read all of that, somebody was...
Is that why I haven't been craving sugar? Because I've been dealing with all my shit lately?
Because you've let go of a lot of your anger? That's very possible. But so when you look at people... Now when I look at people who are like, have hardcore sweet tooths, I kind of...
Like, you're an angry motherfucker.
I kind of, like, there's some people that I fucking know that are, angry people.
I can think of some of the people that you're talking about right now, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, needs candy. Like, if there's ever a candy dish, like, that person's grabbing one, and, like, it totally makes sense. And so, something to consider.
Like, it might not be, like, the main, but it might be a contributing factor.
Yeah.
Because, partially, too, like, kids are predisposed to sugar too, because like we're putting them in, like giving them
feed it
juice
to them.
boxes and oh, here's your treat, here, get out of my face, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, we just need to get back to more holistic whole foods and more natural foods, and get back to, like, literally just get back to the basic food groups.
I know. Like, can we just, like, eat natural foods again? Like, God, we consume so much poison.
Processed shit.
Makes me sick.
And I think it's really gonna, like, it's gonna come to a head here in the next little while. Like, yeah, okay, like, our life expectancies are going up, but with the trend that we're going on, it's gonna go down again, because people are going to be dying from freaking heart attacks and hypertension and
which, by the
diabetes, obesity, because just being extremely obese just shuts your body down. Like, it just
heart disease, like, even though we're still in a pandemic, fuck me, but heart disease still the fucking leading cause of death still.
And what's the leading cause of heart disease? Obesity. So, I mean, it's just, take accountability, guys.
I was looking at one of our old reels. I was just, like, scrolling our reels to see,
the scale one.
Yeah, and I was like, the scale one. I was like, why does that one have so many views? And then I clicked on it. I was like, oh, because people thought we were bullying them. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Like, again, your body, your choices.
Your choice. Like, if you want to have a decreased quality of life because you can't do anything, because everything hurts, because you're overweight, man, that's on you. Has nothing to do with me.
And I'm sorry,
we're just pointing out the fact. Like, and it's just like, man, like, we just need to realize, like, how unhealthy we've gotten as a society. And, like, you go in anywhere and it's like, you know, like, kids are obese now. How sad is that? You know, like, so you start them out and they're already on a uphill battle.
Yeah.
Like,
and we all know how hard it is. Once you are obese, it's so hard to get your body down.
It is.
To regulate your metabolism, to regulate
your hormones.
So that you don't have to work so hard to stay fit. So give your kids a nice start, you guys. Like,
and start by being active with your kids and setting good examples of a healthy lifestyle, healthy, balanced lifestyle. And I'm not saying that you have to kick all the goodies to the curb, but just balance. Like, why aren't we teaching kids like a 20-80 lifestyle or an 80-20 lifestyle right out of the gate? You know, like, you know, 80% good and, you know, 20% bad.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, just set them up for success rather than setting them up for failure like everything else in this goddamn society world that we fucking live in. Like,
like, fuck, you know, iPads are raising kids, and, you know, juice boxes and gushers are mama's new milk, you know, so it's just frustrating to see. But
let's make apples great again.
Yeah, make apples.
Make fruit and veggies great again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make kids healthy again.
Yeah, and you know, like, too, like, if you set them up right out the get-go and show good examples, like, if you don't really give them a whole lot of sweets, it's not like they have like, how do they become picky?
And exactly, and, like,
we teach them to be picky by giving them shitty processed foods, and, like, as an adult, it's a lot easier to eat a shit ton of shitty food than it is to eat a shit ton of good food.
Yeah, and I know a lot of moms out there are in the same fucking boat I am. Like, I didn't learn this kind of thing until, like, recently-ish, and so when I have a 10-year-old daughter, and it's been fucking hard getting her to switch things. Like, I don't want to buy Five Alive anymore for her. I want to buy, like, the I forget what Oasis or something. It's like just flavored water, you know. It's got half the sugar. I don't want to buy her like Fruit Roll-Ups anymore and stuff like that. But because I did for so long, she wants that shit. But she's starting to become very health conscious. And like, that's awesome. Like, I can't ask for anything better than that, is for her to want to be healthy.
Yeah, we just have to, like, make sure that we're also, like, being health conscious and setting up the proper examples and not for the wrong reasons too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and it's hard, like, because, like, she still wants, like, we used to eat out like 3-4 times a week, and now we eat, well, she gets McDonald's once a week. Okay, you guys, like, it's hard. It's hard.
80-20, man.
Yeah,
80-20.
It's hard once you've raised a kid in that society. But, yeah.
That's it. That's all for today, guys. That was kind of a mix, and we'll see you on Monday.
Whoop.